नमस्कार, मी नागेश पांडे. आज पुन्हा पांडे कोचिंग क्लासेस तर्फे तुमच्यासाठी व्हिडिओ घेऊन येत आहे. आज आपण वर्ग 8वी भूगोल विषयातील धडा क्रमांक 1 रिसोर्सेस शिकणार आहोत. टुडे वी विल लर्न ncert टेक्स्टबुक क्लास 8 lesson number 1 resources. In the first we have to see that we have to understand what is meant by resources. In small thing, resources means a thing which is satisfy our need. Means, for example, you can tell that for example, you can tell that water. Because if we are thirsty, that time we need a water to drink. So water is one of type of resources to satisfy our need at a time. So today we will talk about the types of resources. There are two types of resources. Which are these? These are natural resources, and second one is human resources. Third one is human-made resources. Today, first we will talk about the natural resources. You know that what is meant by resources, but while reading the name, we can understand what is meant by natural resources. Any resources we can take from the nature, it's called the natural resources. For example, breathing. While breathing, we are taking the air from the nature, it's called the natural resources. Another example we can take, for example, water. For drinking, we are using the water which is made in the nature, we can't made it, that is why it's called the natural resources. So natural resources, without making any technology, without making any changes in the product, directly we can use it, it's called the natural resources. So many of these resources are free gifts, nature can be used directly. Did you listen one thing? If we are taking the air, if we are taking the oxygen from the air, the nature is asking to pay the money for you. This is the 100 rupees you have to pay for taking the oxygen in the air. You have to pay 100 rupees for taking the water from me. Do you listen anything? No, we can't. So the water, air, these are the gifts for us. These are the gift for us, which is we can take from the natural resources. There is a sub point of the natural resources. These are renewable resources and non-renewable resources. We can take another name of renewable resources is sufficient stock we have. We can tell that we have sufficient stock, fulfilled stock, or the resources will not be end. Resources will not be end. These resources is called the renewable resources or sufficient resources. Can you give me the example? Yeah, we can take the example of solar energy. Sun. We are using the sun every day. Sun is renewable or not finish it. It will not finish. Every day we are using. How much you want, you can use it. It will not finish. It's called the renewable resources. Second one, we can tell that renewable resources means renewable resources are those which get renewed or replaced quickly. The resources which is renewed very quickly, it's called the renewable resources. We can take another example of air. Suppose the air which is renewed very quickly, it's called the renewable resources. Second one is non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources means not, or we can tell we have sufficient stock. We have sufficient stock. Like that resources is called the non-renewable resources. For example, petroleum or coal. For example, coal. We are using coal. It is in a sufficient position. I think you hear the news before some months in the rainy season due to the heavy rain. We can't dig more earth. So the news has been come. The government has been published the news. So we don't have more coal to produce the electricity. That's why the coal is very less to make the electricity. That's why the government announced, the newspaper announced, the media announced that to consume the electricity whenever you want. Consume the electricity less because we have limited stock. And non-renewable resources means the resources will not be renewed quickly. It will take thousands of years to renew. Can we live with thousands of years? No, it is not possible to live thousands of years. So non-renewable resources means which is not renewed before the time or very quickly. It will take thousands of years to renew. It's called the renewable resources. Next one is the last point is the second point, human made. Which is this? Human made. What is in the human made resources? Human made resources means after taking some equipments, we can process on the things and we will make our things. For example, we can take the wood from the nature and we will make the sofa set. We will make the wooden materials. We will make the any other another materials by using wood, by the using of natural resources. After processing on that particular material, on the particular technology we can use human-made material or human-made resources. For example, I already told you, for example, we can take the wood from the nature and we can make wooden sofa. So, thank you. Have a nice day. Today we will finish the lecture. After some days, we will make the another part of that lecture. Thank you very much.